What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, coming to you with the eruption of the NBA Finals. Everybody is excited. The Lakers blow out and dismantle and take apart the Miami Heat in game one, and everybody's thinking sweep because after game four is going to be a 3 day break. And if the Lakers can get it over, which everybody's basically favoring them to win anyway, plus you got to look at the fact that they say Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo are doubtful for game two after they just got blew out game one, which would give the Lakers a 2-0 lead, meaning that the Heat will basically have to play perfect basketball as they already are the undermanned team. But not only that, they also a team that's not as talented as the Lakers, and their hard work and their energy and their effort is what will make the series very competitive. Now we know how important Goran Dragic is because he's been their leading scorer for the entire playoffs in seeding games, I believe. Which his ability to break down the defense and get the passes and be able to hit spot up threes and contested threes, especially late in the shot clock, is very, very valuable for this team. Even though they do have Kendrick Nunn, who was solid, it's good to have both. If you're the underman team and you're the underdog, you need to be fully healthy if you want to beat the if you want to beat the Los Angeles Lakers, which is the best team in the West and the best team in this series. But Bam gives them so many benefits too. His ability to pass and play in the high post, hit the mid range, hit the floaters, and a decent free throw shooter and great finisher. If you don't pay attention to him, he's so mobile and athletic, he can dunk. Pretty easy, or he can just go straight up and you don't mind him getting fouled because he can knock down free throws. But he's also probably their best defender because he has the ability to switch everything against the Lakers because he can guard 1 through 5 on their team and he can stay in front of guys like Rondo and Caruso, but he also is quick and fast enough to stay with AD, which is important. Plus, you don't really have a better alternative outside of Bam. And that's going to be a problem if he can't play in game two. And we don't know how great he will be in game three, depending on how significant the injury is. And that goes for Goran Dragic too, because he is having a lower body injury. And if he gets that type of injury, he's most likely going to be gone for the entire series. But knowing how competitive these guys is, they're going to want to get out there and get on the court because they want to have a chance to win the title. And that's the whole point of getting to the NBA Finals is to win the championship. But I think the thing that's the most interesting thing about this team is they're resilient. They're going to fight. They're going to attack. They're not going to go away. And they're going to scratch and claw and do whatever they can for victories. And I got to show them love and appreciation for that. But they might ball off a little bit more than they can chew going into game two if two of their top three players are gone. Especially when it comes to how they played in the playoffs. That's what you will need to beat the Lakers after you are already the team with the disadvantage. Now, what can they do? When I look at the Miami Heat, one of the biggest reasons why they lost that game wasn't just because they got locked up. They missed several easy opportunities, whether it was catch and shoot threes, whether it was just spot up threes. They was way off, and they continued to miss those throughout the whole entire game. They was making some tough and some easy ones, and that's how they got the lead. But once the Lakers locked down, it seemed like the Heat couldn't take the pressure. It seemed like they was nervous. It seemed like they was tentative, and it seemed like they wasn't ready for the moment. And you can't do that because it's the best who win four. You can't give away a game when you're already undermanned and you're already down. You want to go out there and compete and fight and give yourself a chance to win. And I feel like the Heat did the opposite. They was missing badly. They was turning it over. They really wasn't making their layups or their floaters either. Even Bam. How do you have Bam take that many shots and that's it? How does Jimmy Butler play those many minutes and take a small amount of shot? Also, this team has to be more aggressive. They have to throw the punch and they got to continue to swing after that because you don't want the Lakers rejuvenating. You don't want them coming back. You don't want them to get confidence because this team is better than you. So you have to do everything you have to do to win this game because you shouldn't even be in the finals to a lot of people. And now that you have got there, you have to show why you're there and why you deserve to be here. And I feel like the Lakers got away. I mean, the Heat got away from everything that they've been doing in the prior series in the NBA Finals, the worst time to forget who you are and your identity. So that's something they're going to have to figure out. That's something that I was surprised about because this is a team that's very swagger. They go all swagger. They take tough shots. They come at you. They play hard defensively. They're not scared to get up in you. They're not scared to be physical. I didn't see that in game one. Whether it was the first set, the first quarter, or going into halftime, I didn't see them fight the entire game. I didn't see them cocky the entire game. It just seemed like they felt like, let's just go out here and hoop. No, you have to go out there and take it. The Lakers are the favorites. You have to go out here and take it like you did to Boston, like you did to Milwaukee, and they did not play like that. And I was just in shock that they seemed like they wasn't prepared, which is just crazy because Eric Spoelstra is one of the most calculated, strategic coaches in the game, and the team just didn't look like they was ready. The team didn't look like they was prepared to beat the Lakers, and I just couldn't believe it. And it came with how they was handling the ball. It came to how they was taking their shots, when they were taking their shots, and how bad they was missing their shots when they was open. That can't happen when you're the team that's less talented. That can't happen when you're already going against the best duo in the NBA, which is LeBron and AD. They came to play in the Heat, the entire team, including Jimmy, including Bam, including Goran. They wasn't ready. And the result of that was a massive blowout. Now, I know you can say, well, they got the injury. No, they was getting blew out before all them guys got hurt. The game was already a blowout at that point. So that's not an excuse, and that's not a cop-out that I'm going to want to hear. Because when they was healthy and they was on the court, they got blew out anyway at that point in time. So it just shows you that the Heat was not ready. And you can't have that when you're supposed to be coming in here trying to prove that you guys are just as good. You guys are the better team. You guys can beat anybody, which they have done. But you still have to beat one more team, and that's the Los Angeles Lakers. And they show that they might not be ready for that. Now, the biggest problem with Game 2 is going down 0-2. Going down 0-2 against a team like the Lakers that's not scared of anybody, they fight anybody, and they swing back. That's going to be the problem is if they go into this game without two of their best players, two all-star players because Gordon made it before too. He just didn't do it this year. If they go in this game and get blew out again, that's just going to boost the ego and the bravado of the Lakers. Now that we up 2-0, let's get them out of here. They're not going to allow the Heat back in this series if they go up 2-0 in a marvelous fashion. That's not going to happen. So the Heat have to come in valuing each possession. The Heat have to come in smarter. The Heat has to come in locked in and trying to, slit the throat of the Lakers. They have to be going for the loose balls. They have to be playing in those passing lanes. They have to be trying to pass the ball like they did, but they have to take their shots with more confidence, and they have to take their shots feeling like it's all net. Because Duncan Robinson, Jay Crowder, and those guys can have big games. Iguodala can have a big game. Jimmy Butler has to do more offensively. He can't be passive because you don't have Goran to be that extra playmaker, that extra scorer, that extra killer. You don't have that possibly in this game. So Jimmy has to take that like he did against the Bucks, and he has to come out saying, let's go. He started it off a little bit in game one, and then he disappeared. Same with Bam. You can't do that. We need you guys to be the all-stars and the all-NBA players that you guys are. We need you to do that for the whole 48 minutes. And even if you play 40 or 38, we need you to do it that entire 38 to 40 minutes because we need you guys to give us a great chance. We need y'all to play our best basketball for us to be able to beat the Lakers. And that's the only way we're going to be able to do it. And they got to fight. I feel like the Lakers was getting easy shots. The Lakers did get blocked. AD got blocked a couple times, and I liked it that they're quick, they're fast, they cover space, they use that zone, but they need to be a little bit more active, a little bit more feisty. I would love to see that from the Heat, but I think the thing that killed them the most wasn't just their defense. It was their lack of confidence, their lack of belief, and their nervousness and their tentativeness that kept them away from staying in game one. And they can't come out like that, and they have to play assertive, locked in, focused, deadlocked They have to do that for the whole 48 minutes as a team and as a unit. They got to knock down their threes. They got to finish their layups. They got to go to the free throw line a couple times, but they got to be the aggressor. Like I said, they got to throw haymakers in a couple combinations to hit these Lakers up real good, because if they go down 0-2 with another blowout, the Lakers are thinking sweep. The people are already thinking sweep. The people already think it's over, because Goran and Bam may not even play, and we don't even know if they're going to be able to play even in Game 3 yet, because that's only going to be 4 days away from now. So everything is looking good for the Lakers, and the Heat has to give us a reason to think otherwise, unless we all going to be looking at us thinking and believing that it will be over if they get blew out in Game 2. So let me know what you guys think. Will the Heat win? Will it be a blowout? Is it over? And do you believe that Goran, which he most likely won't, but do you think he can play? Will he try to play? And do you think Bam will play Game 2? And if he lose Game 2, do you think that they will be able to recover from an 0-2 hold, getting blew out twice? Whatever you feel, let me know in the comment section below. As I do read every comment, check out my website, AnalysisPlayground.com. Link in the description comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, AnalysisPlayground.com. Link in the description comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that I liked on Facebook. Also, check out my older videos. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel, whether it's breakdowns of players, legends, and coaches with real footage. But I also do breakdown rookies in Summer League. I cover Summer League. I cover playoffs. I do cover free agency, trade deadline, top 10 lists. I also do NBA draft coverage. So if you love basketball, you can't get enough of, you need it every day, you can check out my channel. And if you like this video and you like those videos, subscribe and become part of the family. Also, like and share. That allows me to reach more people. The more people I reach, the better this channel can grow. And that's a small thing you guys can do, as I do not get paid to do these videos, but I have over 1,000, so I'm going to continue to do them anyway because I love doing this. And also, if you want merchandise, my spread shirt will be in the comment section in the description below. You can click the link. You can buy a lot of variety of products, but you can also buy shirts, hats, and other things on my Facebook page. You can message me what shirt you want, because I have them on display. You can change the color of the shirt. You can change the color of the logos to the ones you want and the color you want, and you just pick that out, message me, and I can get it shipped out to you. Other than that, the game wasn't what I thought it will be. The Lakers handled their business. The Heat don't look right. The people turning against the Heat, they got to get it fixed. We'll see what they do. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. I will be back tomorrow with another video, and we'll see what the Heat do in the future.